Hello everyone, in this video I will go over my solution to the problem named potions. This is from today's Div 2 contest and is the harder version of this problem. I solved both the easy version and the hard version of this problem in the contest, and I'll explain my solutions to the harder version of this problem in this video. This problem is a nice problem on how multi-set data structure can be used to solve problems which require the use of a greedy algorithm. So let's look at the problem statement. In this problem, there are n portions in a line with portion 1 on the far left and portion n on the far right. Each portion will increase your health by AI when you drink that potion. So AI can be negative or positive. If it's negative, then the potion will decrease your health. Now, what we need to do is we need to start from the first portion and go till the last portion. And for every portion, we may either choose to drink it or ignore it. So if we choose to drink it or ignore it, then our health will increase accordingly. And we need to find the largest number of portions, ensuring that at each step, our health is always greater than or equal to 0. So let's look at the sample test case. So in the sample test case, we are given n, the number of portions, which is equal to 6. Then these are the indices of the portions, and the health values of the portions are 4, -4, 1, -3, 1 and -3. And in this sample test case, the optimal way to go about choosing the portions is to choose portions 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and this would result in a health value which is positive or equal to 0 at each point when we are going from left to right, and hence the output is 5, and you can check that this is the correct output. And let's work on this sample test case to make further observations. So if we would use a greedy strategy, so the obvious greedy strategy is that we will take the positive portions. So first we loop for all I from 0 to, from all I from 1 to n, we'll consider the ith portion and let's choose it. So choose the ith portion if sum plus the health value of the portion is greater than or equal to 0, and this should be clear. So sum is the sum of portions so far, is the sum of the health values of the portion so far. So this is the greedy strategy which everybody will think of applying, that if the sum plus the health of this is still non-negative, then we'll choose that because that may be the best answer. However, this fails even in the first sample test case, because if we apply the greedy strategy, then we'll choose 4 and then -4. So we choose 4, -4, 1, and then we can't choose -3. So we skip -3 as per the greedy strategy which I've written so far, and then we choose 1, and then we can only, our output would be 4. We can only take 4 portions. So our output is 4, which is wrong because the correct answer is 5. However, there doesn't seem anything to be wrong with our greedy strategy. Like the only thing which was wrong is that we chose -4 when we should not have chosen -4. So let's do the following thing. If we can't take a portion, so let's say -3, we could not take -3 in the portions so far, in the portions collected so far, then let's swap -3 and the portion with the lowest value so far. So this is the key idea behind the whole solution, that we swap -3 with -4, and this gives a new sum of, so the new sum of will be 4 -4 and +1 and then +1 and then -3. This is -2, but we have removed minus 4 and we have put minus 3. So then the new sum becomes 4 plus 1 minus 3, which is 2, and then after that we can choose the remaining portions, except so we can choose 1 and minus 3, so 2 plus 1 and then minus 3, which is 0. Hence we can choose 5 portions. And now the thing was, we in our sample test case there was only one place in which we did the swap. So let's take another example and work through in the same algorithm which I have described above. So let's say our health values are the following, and let's simulate the algorithm which I described above. So our sum will be 3 plus 4 and then minus 7 and then plus 2, which is 2. And so far, and we'll also include minus 2 and get no discrepancy so far. So this will be 0. However, once we come to 3, the portion with health value 3, the new sum becomes negative 3, and we need to swap the value negative 3, the health value negative 3 with minus 7, and this gives a sum of 4. So basically we've swapped those two health values, and the new list of what we have taken becomes 3, 4, 2, minus 2 and minus 3. This is the new list. Now on reaching minus 5, we actually don't swap minus 5 with minus 3, and this is because minus 5 is less than minus 3, and that's the second key idea. So combining the first key idea and the second key idea, the main observation is that if our sum plus health value of I becomes less than or less than 0, then we need to swap health of I, like with the position j such that health of j is less than health of I, so the smallest health value. So basically once we find the smallest health value to the left of I, we swap those two. However, if the resulting sum still is less than 0, then we basically reject the ith portion and go to the next one. And that's all that's there in our solution. However, we have not discussed one thing, which is how do we find the smallest health value in the portion so far. And the key answer is that use a multi-set or a set, or use a set to store the numbers sorted by their increasing health values. And that's how we actually implement the greedy algorithm. So this was the hard version. If you look at the easy version, then you can use a simpler approach, because n is less than or equal to 2000, and that's all that's there in our solution. So let's look at the code. So in the code, first I taken the number of test cases. So actually in this case there's only one test case, so t is 1. Then I taken the value of n and the health portions for each value. So for each I taken the health of I. Then I have a multi-set or a set with two values. Now I'll give the reason why I use the set with two values in the whiteboard. So erasing a number from a set results in all duplicates of that number being erased, and we don't want this. And the reason why we don't want this is because we don't want to remove all occurrences. We only want to remove one occurrence of the smallest number. And the fix for this is to use a set which is basically a pair of a long and an int, and set this set S stores the pair of number comma index, and that's what I'm doing in the code over here. So in the code for each I, basically what I'm doing is, if the sum plus ei is greater than or equal to 0, then we'll take that value and we'll insert it into the set if that value is negative, and we'll continue. Otherwise, we'll take the smallest value from the set, smallest number from the set, and if that number is actually less than ai, then we swap a of position with a of I. So a of position is basically the j which I used in the whiteboard, and I have not mentioned how we'll swap them. And the way to swap them is that if the resulting sum is greater than or equal to 0, then basically we erase the pair which we just took from the set and insert the new pair. That's how we'll swap the two. If a of pos was not less than a of I, then basically there's no need to erase the two. And also, if the resulting sum was not greater than or equal to 0, even then there's no need to erase the pair which we took from the set. And that's all that's there in our code. To summarize the idea once again, we basically used the greedy strategy, in which we took the ith portion if we could take it, and if we could not take it, then we found the smallest portion, so the portion with the smallest value, and tried to swap it with the current portion. And if the resulting sum was still greater than or equal to 0, then we did the swap, otherwise we would not do the swap. And how would we efficiently find the smallest number which is less than, which is the least so far? For answering that question, we used a set, and the additional thing to note is that we used a set of pair of long and the position. That's the whole idea behind the solution and the code. Note that in the code I inserted only negative numbers. It's fine if you just insert all numbers, but if you look only at negative numbers, then you'll realize that the sum will, basically the number won't be smaller than ai. So this is a slight observation which you can make, which is not needed actually to solve this problem. The observation is basically that all positive numbers get included in the set, and that's a slight observation which you could have made, and based on that observation you need to only insert the negative numbers in the set, but that was not actually needed to solve the problem. I can't really submit this code to show you that it got accepted, but you can verify that this code does get accepted. So I hope you like this problem and my solution to this problem. As you could see, this problem illustrated the use of a set data structure in a greedy problem. And if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Do consider subscribing to my channel for more such content. Thank you.